because you have the client side experience and you've also brought in a whole bunch of people from that ecosystem, do you see a very clear difference in terms of how typical agencies structure their organization in terms of talent vis-a-vis how client organizations do it? And what is your lens on how you've married these two insights to build your org design?
For me, talent is like, even when I was hiring before in my previous roles and now, for me, talent is always about like two things. It's like go hire for experience and go hire for attitude, right? Because you cannot replace experience, you cannot replace attitude.
Sure.
And for me, it's always going to be like that. From a structure perspective, fortunately, I've had the experience of working with big traditional agencies. Then I've had the experience of working with performance agencies. And now
Sure.
I'm trying to build something new through client-side agency, right? So I know traditional agencies, you would see like still operate in silos where there is a media planner, there is a separate execution guy, there is a separate data reporting guy, and then there is a key account manager client facing, right? In that space, nobody really knows what's going on 360. And for the client, like especially now with everybody moving towards that performance lens, there is an urge of knowing what's going on now rather than somebody reaching out to someone and then someone out reaching out back to you with half-baked answers, right?
Sure.
So we got away with that structure in the first place. Now, if you look at traditional performance marketing agencies, they are focused pretty much on just having either it's divided by search and social. You have search specialist, you have social specialist, or you have like a performance marketer who can manage search and social. For us, the different thing that we're trying to build is like, as we say, we are a client-side agency, so we're structured like one.
Okay.
And like normally, if you look at any big business, they would have their performance team, they would have a CRM team, they would have an SEO team who then work in conjunction with each other.
Sure.
And this is the structure we internally have. And what one thing which differentiates us is like for us as part of the KPI of the team, the growth in the company is linked to the complementary services that you learn, right? So if you go up from account manager to senior account manager to account director, you need to be learning at least one complementary, right? So if you're a performance guy, you need to know of CRM. If you're a CRM guy, you need to know SEO. You can choose and pick, but complementary knowledge is mandatory.
Which is a very sensible growth path for a marketer to also try and become a head of marketing or a CMO. If he wants to become one, he has to pick up these things. But do you see that common? Because you've put it by design that you have to do this, but most people will end up hopping jobs, staying performance marketers through their entire career. Is that a pattern that you've also seen?
It is, but it's like those people at some point, they will ask, what do I need to do to become head of marketing, right?
Correct.
So then usually it becomes too late. And if you give that transparency and vision to someone when they're starting out, then it becomes very exciting for them because they're able to see that vision from someone who's taken that journey, right? So this is what for the new hires, like, because when we say like this by design is something you need to do, the question is why?
Sure.
Right. So then if you also show them the benefit of doing this down the line in 4 or 5 years, they're continuously looking to kind of evolve and the journey is leading them to where they actually want to be, right? Which is head of like departments.